Welcome to another video in the Ideal Auto Factory. Today I am so excited to be sending off, giving a farewell video to the weight shift chassis that pretty much took Instagram by storm, got over 3 million views. But yeah, keep God first. We're going to be talking about this weight shift chassis today and giving it a good farewell because the raffle is pretty much 90% closed. There are not many spots left. So again, keep God first. Let's get into the video. As of right now, over 90% of the raffle is filled. There's not much space left for anybody to get in. So at the recording of this video, it's still open, but it may be closed by the time you view this. And that to me is so amazing. That is so awesome. The community, all of the followers, all of the subscribers, everyone who viewed, everyone who shared this car across the interwebs. Thank you. That's confirmation that this is what people like. This is something that catches your eye. This is something that you can appreciate and you can enjoy yourself. I've driven it every single time. Only one other person has driven this chassis, and he's all the way on the other side of the United States right now. But all in all, to give this driving experience, to give someone this, it's all I could ever want. It's because I know for a fact that I could build it again, but also giving it to someone, hopefully you all understand that it's not a secret. It's not anything that's hard to do, but it's also not something that I consider to be gate kept or kind of hidden away. So thank you all for entering the raffle. I wish you all the best. So I wanted to give this a good farewell, and I wanted to explain what makes this car very special. So for me, it has cantilever suspension. As you all know, if you are a veteran on the channel, even if you've just been here for a little bit, you probably understand or have seen cantilever suspension all across my page, all across this channel. And that's because I fell in love with it due to the fact that it's kind of like untouched. People don't want to go after it, and it's not something that gets a lot of love, mainly because it's not simple. To me it is, but with that being said, I'm not going to ramble on about cantilever. I really like this car because I was able to incorporate cantilever suspension into it and show you all just how awesome it can be. As you know, there's so much front end travel. Another special feature to this vehicle is that it's kind of rough around the edges, you know. As you can see here, that's a 3D printed spring perch. Now, it's a little rough around the edges. I could have bought spring perches, okay? I could have easily just bought those, but I said no. And then that's not even springs that are supposed to be together, but that is two sets of the same springs together. It makes it have character, okay? Not only that, you can tell up in the front, I have a custom servo mount to raise the servo up high because the RDX front steering system requires you to use a certain kind of steering wiper. And so I needed my servo to sit a certain way and also have the car balanced. The best part about it is the vehicle is mechanically sound, you know. It's got a gear diff in it. All the suspension mounts are squared off. It doesn't have a top deck, but it doesn't flex a lot because I actually went and sourced out the right part from Razor Performance, because it is a Razor Performance deck, so that it wouldn't have flex in the rear. Although you can take it off. You can take that little piece off. This little piece right there. You see it in there? That piece right there, you can take that piece off, and this whole thing will flex like crazy, okay? It's got a Shark gearbox, 4-gear gearbox. And the reason why I did 4-gear is I've heard that's a lot smoother and it's a less aggressive. But I ended up, on the flip side of that, is make the FDR so low. It's absolutely crazy, okay? Which makes for a very thrilling drive. So overall, even though it's a little rough around the edges, you know, it's got 3D printed parts on it. This battery tray, because I did have to make it I had to give it a final form, right? So this battery tray is just half of an RDX, stock RDX deck. I just cut it and made it look good. So that, in and of itself, car is mechanically sound, okay? Take it anywhere, you can drive it. But most importantly, we talked about suspension travel, but to some, it's so wild that you're like, there's no way that this looks good on the track. Well, you can tame it, you know? You can take the preload out, you can take all of this stuff and calm it down, and the car will drive a little less wild, like how you've seen it drive so many times. I can't drive it today, got the Durango in, and also I've driven it enough. I've had a lot of fun, and I'm so thankful that I get to, you know, basically ship this off to someone, some lucky person, and it get driven even more. It's finished. I put body lines. I didn't put tint on the windows. I feel like I had to leave it as somewhat of a blank canvas. I couldn't do too much, because if I did too much, then it might not get, what is the word I'm looking for? I did not want to give it too much character, because that meant someone else would appreciate having to do a little more to the car, because that's kind of where I like to be. When I get something, I want to make it mine. So this is my way of saying, hey, make it yours. I wanted to go a little more in detail here, so bear with me. You know, there's 3 details. It's not even a secret, but I just want to share it, because I want you all to know 3 more like awesome features that make this weight shift very, very good. So currently it's on the MST Gold Dots, I believe, the MST Gold Dot tires, which have a little more grip than DRC. Some people may say it's got a lot more grip, but these tires are really awesome because they have a little more grip, which means the car itself shifts weight a little better. On top of the tires, like I said before, the FDR. I feel like if this had a less or higher FDR, if the FDR was in the 10s or the 11s or even the 9s, I don't think it would have the same aggressiveness to how it goes and stops. Also, because of what the FDR is, when you're getting up there in the RPMs, this car wants to go so fast. It wants to really move, okay? So it's something like it's like trying to tame a wild animal. Although once you get it dialed in, you just know through, you know, the throttle, you got it. You know what's up. And again, I want to reiterate the suspension travel itself. Yes, you can get this car really low to the ground. Yes, you can get it really high up, but because of how much travel it has, that makes it look so good when it's leaning and bobbing and weaving through the chicanes or the apexes, in the box, in the zones. It's really awesome, okay? And yeah, whoever wins it, enjoy it, drive it. Do not shelf queen this vehicle, okay? Now, because it's in its final form, I want to go ahead and let you all know that I did find a name for this. But I did want to go ahead and give this an actual name. And it's going to be called the KGF-01. As you all know, one of the most consistent things that I do on this channel is I keep God first. You hear it at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video. And so that's the acronym. That's what this is. This is the Keep God First 01 chassis to ever come out of this garage, to go somewhere else, to be a blessing to someone else. And it all happened to me, to you, because for me, I'm keeping God first in my life. And so I'm so thankful to be able to share that and be able to give it a name and to be able to still like just talk about it right now. It's so unreal, but also it's almost like it's expected now. Like who wouldn't want a car like this? I would want it if I was on the other end of this video. You know what I mean? Gotta give a special shout out to Tobias Sawyer, the creator of that rear ESC mount, and the designer as well. So that right there is a gift to me, and I'm very thankful for it, and it's going to a good home. I know it will. And of course, I designed these myself. Those are dual springs in the rear, and then we have a single spring in the front there. MST body mounts kit, one of the best in the game for the price, 20 bucks, less than $30. And then of course, the all new and improved battery mount, which matches the car. Yeah, this is the KGF01. It's crazy to say that this won't be mine anymore. And I'm so looking forward to building another one and what the future holds with building that and helping you all find something fun to do with your RC car. Yeah, I'm really at a loss for words right now. There's one other thing I have to do, per you all suggesting. I have a paint marker, and I know, gotta shake the marker up. I'm going to sign the bottom of this chassis. So here we go. It's time to sign this bad boy. Well, there we have it. I don't know what else to say. I wrote things down to possibly express how I truly feel about it, but this is definitely a unforgettable moment, a time maybe I didn't see coming. I definitely am thankful though. Thankful for all of you watching, and yeah, I just thank God for this moment. All right. See you all in the next video. Keep God first. Peace.